All right, all right, all right. Let's make this quick. Um, basically, uh, first of all, my name is Harry Edgar Payne III. I am the Sigma Stoic, and I wanted to briefly discuss an incident that happened the other day. I was communicating with somebody who was angry, and what I did was use my presence and my silence as a Sigma to control the flow in the room. This person was angry, and there was no way they could be calmed of that anger. There would have to be some time and some distance for them to get their headspace right. But I responded in complete humility, no ego whatsoever. I didn't take offense to what they said. I did not listen defensively. I listened to understand. And I already understood what they were saying, but I didn't. The analogy that I give, the strength of presence and silence, the best analogy is that person's anger is representative of fire. And if you know your science, you know that the best way to depreciate a fire is to eliminate its exposure to oxygen. So my silence and my presence took the oxygen out of the fire. So even though this person was still angry, they're not going to get any angrier because I'm not going to lend any oxygen to their flame. So ultimately, instead of reacting to what the world has to offer, I chose to respond. The best way to respond, be silent, think carefully about the situation. Okay, do you understand what this person is saying? And since they were talking about something, when they made a threat to me about, if this happens again, I already didn't have an issue with that because I knew it wasn't going to happen again. This was just a situation that was based off of the circumstances, and they were very rare circumstances. This person just happened to come along at the absolute inopportune time, and they assumed, well, this is just the way this guy the way he does business. So I'm going to take offense to it and threaten him if this happens again. But I'm not worried. It's not going to happen again. But I will say I was disappointed in this person's reaction because I had them pegged as a very businesslike, very practical, pragmatic person, very calm and cool. I've seen them in another disagreement with a customer of theirs, and they were completely silent, didn't say a word. They did let the man know, look, sir, if you don't leave the premises, then I will be forced to call the police. And of course, the guy just continued to escalate and escalate and escalate. But I assumed when I observed his nature and his presence during that incident, I figured, okay, cool. This he's got a little stoic in him. Cool, But after seeing him yesterday, I was, a little bit disappointed. I can't give him too much credit. He's not that cool and poised like I thought or I assumed. And I'm not going to forget that exchange. I know what he's capable of. There's no reason for me to avoid him but like I said, I'm not going to pursue the relationship with the same vigor and friendliness that I originally was proposing to him, presenting to him. I'm not going to pursue it the same way. I'm just going to be very professional, very cordial. Everything is purely transactional. If I don't have any business to talk, there's no need to talk. But I am pleased with the way I handled it. I didn't react. I didn't speak. Because the same threat they were making, if I would have pushed back, they could have said, okay, well, you know what? I'm not going to give you another opportunity for this. I'm going to go ahead and drop the ball on you. So by not responding, you keep the oxygen away from his fire, so it can't get any bigger than it already is. And some time and some space, and hey, if he reflects on it and then he decides he wants to come back and apologize, cool, but I don't expect anything from him. I moved along from it just fine. I haven't forgotten. I know what he's capable of. Don't ever be in a situation where you just, oh, I'm going to let bygones be bygones. Because if you get hit with the same behavior later on, then you're liable to get pissy about it. So, like I say, I like the way I handled it. And I implore all of you out there, don't react to life through your emotions. Respond to life through your rational thought. And the way you accomplish that, don't speak for at least, depending on your mastery of your emotions, don't speak for at least 3 to 10 seconds. Remain silent. Don't react. And I'm not saying when the 10 seconds is over that you start going off. No. But give yourself 3 to 10 seconds to catch your poise and to relax into the situation and understand it's not that serious for you to have to react negatively or maladaptively to the situation. Because if you only have one person willing to be angry and willing to argue, then their anger, their momentum is going to dissipate. But if you add fuel to the fire, oxygen to the fire, you're just going to make a bad situation out of something that was very small and trivial. So, once again, this is Harriet Capain III. I am the Sigma Stoic, and I am encouraging all of you to face life with calm, rational thought and leave your emotions at the door. Don't give in to your emotions, because they'll always get you in trouble, because the worst possible choice you can make is an emotional one. All right, take care.